Guys, we are on a mission to do two things on this channel. Number one is to teach you how to write professional and mind-blowing proposals. Yes, that's a keyword right there. Mind-blowing proposals. Second thing is for you to be able to land your first job. I mean, for you to win your first job. If you are new to Upwork or you're just coming in into freelancing, we want you to be able to win your first job within the shortest possible time. If you are already an existing freelancer, then through these videos and tutorials, you should be able to increase your invite as well as hit those interviews and then get more jobs and increase your earning. If you are new to this channel, my name is Jesse Camara. I am a professional product manager and I have made my own mark on freelancing on Upwork. Therefore, I am here to just share my experience. So if you're interested and you love this kind of content, then hit that subscribe button and leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. So today on this particular video, we are going to look at the big mistakes that freelancers make when writing proposals. Now, your Upwork account is useless if you don't know how to write and blow the minds of your clients with strong and outstanding proposals. Your proposals are key. You cannot joke with proposals, guys. I'm telling you, because the platform itself is super competitive. I guess you already know that. That's why you're watching this video. The platform is competitive. However, there is a way you can crack through that competition and become the best version of yourself. And you can stand out among your colleagues. And that is what this series of videos is going to be. I've created a couple of videos that if you are new, you don't know about that, go and watch on the channel. There are a number of videos that I've created about writing outstanding proposals, but I want to continue creating more videos in this area because this is actually the area wherein a lot of freelancers they just give up because you start sending proposals out and you don't get those invites and you think that people are not considering you or maybe they are not seeing your proposal. So that is the problem that we are trying to solve. So if you have that problem, then I would encourage you to stay and watch the rest of the video because there are things and tips that I'm going to give you that can help you improve your proposal writing. And I'm going to continue creating such videos to help you improve your proposal writing so that you can establish a method that can help you crack through those jobs and then get those invites, finally go to those interviews and win those jobs. All right, so I'm going to my computer. I'm going to show you examples of proposals that I've put together. So just stay with me. So now I am right here on my computer. So yes, so I am right here on my computer. I've written two proposals. Actually, I wrote two proposals that I want to show you today. One of them is properly written. The other one has a lot of mistakes. So we are going to read through the proposal step by step. Bear with me. I know you guys, you don't have time, but I want you to be patient. Patience is the key word there. Be patient and then learn the basics. That's how you learn. You have to be patient and learn, and then you will get better. I want you to be better than myself, right? So please just be patient with me. So I'm going to show you two proposals. One is really good, and the other one has a couple of mistakes that I want you to learn from so that you can create a system for yourself. Now let's go. Okay. Now, when you see the big Upwork proposal mistakes, that's what I put there, and I have a reason for that. So let's go and really examine this proposal that we have here. So this is an example of a UI UX. So it's a user interface or user experience developer example, right? So going forward, I'll be writing complete proposals that are niche focused, right? So proposals that are focused on, say, virtual assistants or maybe a developer or some kind of specialization, because I want to give a lot of people chance to look at these proposals and then you build your own system of creating a proposal. And that is really, really important, guys. You have to build your own method, your own approach. Don't copy what I'm doing, but learn from what I'm doing and then build your own system so that you can have something that is unique, that stands out to the client, and then the client will invite you. That's the key, that's the secret, that's the ingredients right there. All right, let's get there. Now, if you go to this proposal, you see the person says, "Hi, I have a proven track record of working closely with product managers here and stakeholders to deeply understand user requirements and business objectives." Right? This is good. This is really good. By conducting user research, surveys, and interviews, I ensure that the design approach is anchored in real user insights. All right, it's really good. So this is an expression of the kind of experience that this freelancer has. Is proficient in working with product managers. So basically, he has a very good relationship. He understands what product management is, and he knows how to work with various stakeholders to gather, to elicit requirements, get requirements from these people. Even if they don't know what they want, he can still get those requirements. And then he knows how to conduct research to find out more information, and through surveys and also interviews, which is amazing. That's good. Every client wants to hear this. If I'm building a product, I like to hear that, right? I have a strong background in creating comprehensive information architecture and define the application structure and organization. These structures are essential in enhancing user discoverability and streamlining task completion. I am adapt to developing intuitive navigation paths and so on and so forth. I can create wireframes, mockups. So basically, this freelancer is talking about his experience and what he knows how to do, right? And then he went on and did something really solid, right? He went on and did something solid, which is giving examples of work that he has done. Some example of work that he has done, which is the name of the app, the tech stack, right? This is really important, guys. Like, you give the name of the app. What app have you worked on? When you say this is the example of the work that I've seen people, the people giving examples, and they just put the example anyhow. Organizing it in this way makes it look professional and well thought out, and then the clients will know that you did not just copy and paste, but actually you did some work, upfront work, to think about what kind of apps will I present for this particular job advert so that I'll stand out, right? So the name of the app, the tech stack that they use to develop the app, and then gives another name of the app, and so on and so forth, right? So when you look at the tech stack, let's say Django, for instance, that's what this means. Let's say Django is part of the tech stack that they use to develop this. So what kind of experience they have? So first, they don't get me wrong. This is a UI UX developer, but also it can also be used by a developer. That's why you see me talking about tech stack. But for a UI UX person, they can simply put, say, Figma. They can say Figma. They might not, probably they can then indicate, like, if they have expert level knowledge of Figma, or maybe they are professional user of Figma, or maybe they just have like basic knowledge or intermediate knowledge. They can put that. So that would be a best approach for a UI UX person. But for a developer, you can say the name of the app and then the tech stack. Of course, for a UI UX, you can also like put the name of the app, and you can put the name of the app, and you can put what tool did you use to develop that app, right? Just to give more context in this case. All right, so you know what this means. Like, I think I don't need to explain to you too much so that we don't waste too much time on this. But the key thing there is the big mistakes. What are the mistakes on this particular proposal? If you read this proposal on a superficial point of view, you think, oh, this is really good, because this person actually captures everything that you need to capture. They talks about what they can do, what they have done before, and so on and so forth, which is good. But then there are some big mistakes that we can actually correct, and that's what I have graded here. So the first mistake there is what? The hook, right? So basically, the hook is weak. The hook is weak. Like, the hook that the person used to capture. What's a hook? It's like the first statement. I think you must know about that, but like it's the first statement that just it's an attention grabbing statement. Attention grabbing. So it's something that you can just put in front of the client, and the client like just clicks, like the client connects with that statement, right? Like for instance, for me normally I use words like, for instance, your advert grabbed my attention instantly, and it perfectly aligns with my experience, right? That's an attention grabbing statement. My advert, imagine me reading somebody else's proposal, and they said my advert grabbed their attention instantly. So I would like to know what grabbed their attention, and I would be curious. So that's how a hook is a statement that you put out there that gets the client thinking, that get the client interested in reading your proposal, try to understand what you are presenting, get them excited, get them question what they are trying to do, right? That is really important. So think about the hook. That's so for here, for this particular freelancer, the hook is quite weak. Like, I have a proven track record. How does the client know that you have a proven track record? This should be like the second statement on the proposal. It should not be the first statement. Find a very strong hook. So the hook there is a bit weak, right? Then we go to the next mistake, the next problem on this proposal is focused on what they can do instead of what they have done. Yes, that's the thing. It's like, now look at it this way. If you are a client, you are looking for someone who has experience in doing something. You are not looking at someone who is saying they can do something. There is a big difference between that, right? Somebody who is saying I can do this is quite different from someone who has done something already, who are now telling you that I've done this, I've done X, Y, and Z. Okay, so I'm going to drink some water and then we'll come back. So clients wants to see what you have done. First of all, freelancing has so much mistrust. That means clients don't trust you as the freelancer. Even if you show them the work that you've done before, they still have questions. Because they are spending money, and then they want result. They have problems that they want you to solve. So if you go and write, look at what he wrote. He says, I have a strong background in what that background does not have anything to do with what the client, sorry, look at what he wrote. He said, I have a strong background in creating comprehensive information architecture, right? That's just what you are saying, right? That's just what you are saying, that you have a background in, or yeah. But how does the client prove that you have a background in that? Unless they have to invite you to the interview and then try to dig out that information from you. Most clients don't want to do that, because even establishing that relationship has created that connection. The moment they establish a connection with you, probably you start reaching out to them, trying to beg them to give you the job. They don't want to do that. So the best thing they can do is to avoid you. Right? They just avoid you, right? So that's a very weak way of writing your proposal. Focus on what they can do. You say what you can do. It's not what the client want. The client want to see what you have done. What have you done? How did you do it? What steps did you take? And these are the questions, guys. What have you done? How did you do it? What was your role? Right? If you can understand these things that I'm saying, you will be able to write very strong proposals that can stand out. This is not, there is no magic about it. When a client sees a very strong proposal, they don't have a choice. They will invite you instantly. Even if they don't want to invite you, they will invite, because what do clients really want? actually want to have somebody who is an expert, who are more knowledgeable and experienced in a particular field to help them solve their problems. That's what clients are looking for. So if you are going to tell them what you know how to do, and I have not told you are not focused on telling them what you have done in the past and how that can help them, then that's a problem. Okay, care about your past experience. So clients only focus on your past experience and not what you can do in the future. Now, no, no, no. They want to know what you've done in the future because they know that you can replicate it. What anyone has done in the past, they can do it again, right? The next one is there was no mention of the client's needs and how that aligns with their experience. So with that first proposal, as you can see, the proposal is so scanty in the sense that it's not the length of the proposal. When I say this proposal is scanty, it's not the length of the proposal. I'm talking about the the way the proposal is structured. Like it does not even mention what the client is looking for, right? For me, in my proposal, in my proposal, normally what I write is I would say I saw that, or I see that you are looking for X, Y, and Z. I see that you said you want to do X, Y, and Z. So how do I get this information? I see that you are looking for an experienced product manager who knows how to do X, Y, and Z, and so on and so forth. So I would mention some of the things that the client has said, and even those things that they have not mentioned, but I know they come with the job, right? The client might have mentioned that I have a development team. I want someone to come and manage that development team for me, right? And I want them to use agile methodology, say Scrum, to manage that development team. And I know when you are using Scrum, there are different things that involves. For instance, you will need a sprint planning, you will need stand-ups, you will need backlog management, and so on and so forth. I'll mention them. By giving those insights, the client knows exactly that, okay, this guy has read my job advert, and now they are now telling me even things that I did not mention. You understand? Then I'll go next and tell them my experience in executing those same tasks with previous project that I've worked on. I don't know whether you are following what I'm telling you guys. Like, you need to know how to approach these things. And if you approach them like this, some clients will not be able to resist. They will fall on your knees and say, okay, guy, I want to talk to you. Please come, let's have a conversation. And that's where you want to get the client. All right. So that's I've mentioned the good and also the challenging part of this particular proposal. Now let's move on to another proposal that probably, in my opinion, I think is a better proposal than the first proposal that we just looked at. So if you are still there, I would encourage you to smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that anytime we drop a video, you will be the first to get it. And I will appreciate if you can drop a comment, because this is really going to help this channel, not just the channel, but also to get this content in front of many people that are looking out to improve themselves just like you. So let's don't be selfish. Let's make sure we promote this video. Okay. So let's get there. Right. So I'm going to open this. The reason why I shaded this is because I don't want you to get distracted. All right. All right. Let's get there. Let's get there. Let's get there. Clients do not have time because they have a lot of proposals to review before they can make a decision. So, therefore, a short, precise, and well organized proposal can actually draw their attention and capture their interest to send you an invite. So, you see, it made it very snappy. So, the first part is now look at the way this proposal is organized. First, link to the app. He provided a link to the app. Then he talks a little bit about the app, saying about the app is an e-commerce website, blah, 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 blah. He explains like 2-3 lines. It's not a very long explanation. It's just a brief. What did you work on? And this was what I was emphasizing previously, that you have to tell the client what you have worked on, and then the client can determine whether your experience aligned with what they are looking for. So about the app, It talks about the tech stack. What's the tech stack of the app? Even though most clients may not understand what that means, but at least it is important that you provide it. If somebody is part of the recruitment team and they understand what you are talking about, then they will be able to support. They'll be able to select you rather. Then your role. What role did you play in developing that app? And that is really important. And that's something most people tend to ignore. The client's really interested in knowing which role you played. Because in some projects, you might just be maybe somebody who was like fixing bugs, for instance. You may not be like somebody who actually developed the app from scratch to finish. Maybe you might be the front end and the back end developer. Whatever be the case, just indicate what role you played. And this makes it very easy also on the interview, wherein you'll be able to discuss these apps in detail. And sometimes, if you have pictures of this app, or maybe some kind of videos or whatever recordings that you have, you can simply share them with the client so that the client can know that you have worked on this app and you are not making it up. Because trust me, guys, there are a lot of people that are making this up, this kind of thing. They make them up, they bring up this kind of ideas. They go and work on something that they gather information or samples of work which they have never worked on. I have seen it because I've recruited on this platform and I know how deceptive it looks like. So that is why I'm telling you, only put information here that you know you have really worked on, and it is something that your hands, you are involved in this project. Otherwise, it will come back and bite you, because the clients will figure it out. They will see through you. They will know that you are just fooling yourself. And I will not want you to have watched this video and all the other videos that I've created previously and those that I will be creating in the future. You've looked at them and you waste all that time. You did not go back and work on yourself. All right. The next thing is, here is another app. It provided the link, the about, the tech, and the role. Now, this proposal is very short, and then the person, look at what he says. I am open to offer a free 30-minute consultation to discuss my experience as well as learn more about your needs. This is very short. That's the proposal, guys. It's very short, very precise, and straight to the point. Now tell me, if you write your proposal like this and someone else wrote their proposal in a very weird way, they just provided links, so many links, who do you think the client will most likely invite for that job? Let's be honest. If you are a client, definitely the client looks for organization. They looks for preciseness, something that is very precise, clear, and concise, and something that is well structured. It also shows how organized you are. This, for me, is a better proposal than the first one. Don't forget, as I've mentioned initially, you have to know that the platform is heavily competitive, and anything that you want that is good, you have to compete for it, and you have to be prepared for that competition. And the first step for that preparation is writing really good proposals. All right, and then at the last point, the bottom, the last, he says, I want to provide what? A free 30 minutes consultation, so that the client knows that your time is not for free. Don't allow clients to take you for granted, thinking that they can just move you here and there. If you are going for the interview, it has to the client has to realize that you are giving out your time. You are a professional, you are an expert, and your time is valuable. Therefore, you are providing 30-minute proposal consultation time, and you will be there. You'll be happy to discuss with them. All right, this is how you tell the client that you are different. You are not like any other freelancer. You know your value. So guys, there you have it. As we normally say on this channel, I'll keep it simple, practical, and professional. All right. I know there are a lot of people, a lot of Upwork gurus out there. They try to tell you all sort of things. I am showing you what I've done and what have worked for me. The things that has worked for me, I'm showing them to you, and hopefully they will work for you. And if you find this content useful, there are a couple of things that you can do for me. Number one, subscribe to the channel. That will really help this channel. And number two, share this video with your network. And number three, leave me a comment. I would also want to see you watch the rest of the other videos that can really help me to get this content in front of people. I'm not making this to showcase anything. I'm just here to help you and serve as your mentor. So thank you, and then see you on the next one.